everyone, I am Birendra Roy. We are starting a new chapter today, which is stain removal. Before starting of this chapter, we need to know few of the definition, few of the identification, why do we need the stain removal procedure, and after that we will understand that what are the necessary stain removal agents that we use in our hotel housekeeping for the cleaning procedure. So what is the definition of stain? Stain is basically defined as a discoloration of any other products, basically your textile or the clothing, which are actually coming to the contact of various substances which are need to be removed from the different surfaces by using of different chemical solutions, starting from the alkaline, starting from alkali and acidic, or can be any natural cleaning agent. So it often said that this cleaning stain removal procedure are a systematic one, and where we need the professional trained employees who can ensure that for the cleaning of the linen, the clothing or any other surfaces which are having any kind of stains. So now we'll understand what is called the identification of stain. See, this identification of stains is very much important before you are starting your cleaning procedure. Number one, you need to deal with your stain as quickly as possible. Like, you should not be waited till the time the situation may goes worse for that particular surface. For example, your shirt is having any kind of black spot or any kind of dirt because of the coffee coffee droplets or any kind of grease or any kind of food particles has been fallen on your shirt, or the clothing been damaged, and for that reason there is a mild stain which is occurs or can be visible. So you need to start your procedure for your cleaning for this kind of stain removal, and you need to identify these stains at the beginning. Second, you need to remove the excess amount of stain particles which are visible. Yes, it's sometimes found that there are few particles which can be removed or scraped out from the surfaces. Number third, it can be you need to paste the stain of the removal agent for that inconspicuous kind of places. There are some kind of hidden places for your shirt, also for your tablecloth, also for your bedsheet also. There are major particles are there which can be hidden inside areas. So you need to check for all the corners, all the surface area for that particular that linen material or the clothing or whatever it is. Then number 4, you need to avoid the hot water for any kind of unknown stain. See, it's not possible for everyone to identify any kind of stain which are known to you. So please avoid pouring of hot water. You need to check for the simple method for removal of the stain. It's not necessarily you are using at the first time the acidic or hard acidic solution at the beginning. Please do not use. It may damage your product, it may damage your textile. So please go with the procedure, and at the end you need to repeat with your mild application better than the strong solutions. It may have that you are having some different variety of stain removal solution. Please start with the minimum strong category of solution, and at the end use your strong category of solution, because it may going to damage your entire product. So better you should use or spot that stain area on the top of your clothing or the linen surfaces. Then check for how much quantity you require as per the procedure for the removal of your stain, and at the end use the maximum or the higher category of alkaline medium, or if necessary then only use the acidic solution for the removal of the stains. So now we'll understand about that particular factors which are really necessary for correct measure for your stain removal. See, there are basically various category of stains we all know. Like whenever we do our job in our kitchen, whenever we do our job in our housekeeping, there are dirt that can be formed on your uniform. There can be kind of spot, it can be found on your uniform. You may find some kind of grease, you may find some kind of spot of blood on the bed sheet, you may find some kind of stain which is removable. But if you do not know what are those category and what type of solutions you need to use for, you know, individually for removal of those kind of stain, it will be very difficult for anyone to sort out that problem. So now we will understand identifications of stain. See, this can be categorized into three types. Number one is based on your color, number three based on your texture, and number third based on your smell. These are very common in our day-to-day life also. We found that there is some kind of coloration, discoloration, kind of rust color due to oxidation it formed on our, you know, draperies, on our clothes, on our, you know, linen material or any other particles. Then texture, we found some kind of sticky, greasy or any kind of oily texture kind of, you know, stains which can be gross or can be fallen on your material. And based on the smell, what is based on your smell, you know, every stain is having its instincts separate kind of smell category. By that we understood that okay, so this is the kind of a smell which is signifies this kind of stain. So we may use this particular category of stain removal solutions which may remove the stains from my clothing, and that will be much more easier for us. So now we'll understand what is the classification of stain. See, before going for this classification of stain, we need to understand that why do we categorize this kind of, you know, stain category. First we understood what is stain, I told you, then we choose for the identification. But as soon as we do the identification, it's already been solved. Then why should we need this classification of stain? See, there are many other stain that can be formed, that can be found in a hotel premises from the linen, especially for, you know, multi-environmental or multi-work based situation. For example, you are getting some kind of red color marks on your shirt, and you are also getting some blue ink pen color on your clothing. You may get any kind of rust kind of, you know, stain on your collar of your shirt. You may find some kind of natural stain or any kind of animal stain due to any kind of, you know, droplets from the animals or any kind of food particles that can be fallen on your dress cloth or on the guest, you know, clothing. So that particular classification you need to understand. If you do not do, what will happen? The solution that you are going to purchase or you are using for your, you know, cleaning procedure of your this kind of stain at the laundry, that procedure will going to be hampered, and as you do not know the consistency of that kind of stain category, so you will pour up that wrong solutions, and ultimate result will be the damage of your product. So definitely you should categorize this classification of the stains. So now we can proceed. So first classification will be on based on the source, as we found from which category and which source will be. So it will be from number one, animal stain. Animal stain, which are, as we know, it can be blood, it can be droplets of the food, can be milk, meat, or any kind of droplets or anything, or any kind of spot. Number second, it can be vegetable stain. Vegetable stain we all know, like from the food droplets, from the oils, from the, you know, kind of consistency or fat. It can be any kind of tea, coffee, juices, or any kind of food particles, even the grease which is been formed from the food particles. And number third is a mineral stain. What is mineral stain? The basic common thing that we found at our home is from the iron corrosion, which we been found in our water bottles. You may have found that on the, you know, at the bottom of your water bottle, if the source of water is having much consistency of the iron, so that bottle get brown after few months or after few weeks. So that iron corrosion, it can be any kind of rust, ink, as I told you before, like that blue ink. or any kind of stains. Like what kind of stains? It can be people who smoke, it can be any kind of dust for the tobacco or for the cigarette, it can be any kind of chewing material, it can be any kind of tea, coffee, etc. Next will be your wax or the wax based solutions, I mean the stains. What is the wax based solution? Is basically the polish, or can be like lipstick, or especially the makeup materials that ladies who are generally used for their for their makeup, for their uplifting. So that particular things can be found. And the acidic stains. What is acidic stains? These stains can be categorized into two. You may find any kind of acidic stains from organic material like the lime juice. It can be from the turmeric, or it can be from any other drinks, cocktails, wines, or any other materials. It can be from your vinegar, it can be for your sweat or the perspiration, etc. So now we will go for the another category or the classification of your stain based on your degree of absorption. What is degree of absorption? We found when we use this particular category of liquid solution, and we use that liquid solution for the absorption. Like if we use tissue or newspaper to absorb the content of water, it will soak the water too fast in compare with oil or any other grease like consistency wala solution. So here are basically two category. One is absorbed stain and another one is compound stain. Compound stain क्या होता है? It can be formed or can be restored on the surface or the upper edge surface of your linen material or any particular surfaces or any clothing. Problem is maximized for the absorption stain. What actually happens, they will be absorbed on the linen material or the surface of your linen, and they will not be removed, or you cannot be scratched out for those kind of solutions. And those stains are very much deadly enough to make your linen or the draperies too dirty. Now these are the procedures we are supposed to be discussed, that how could we clean the stains. There are some domestic ways that we can follow for the removal of the stains. There are some industrial ways also that we can use for the removal of the stains. Now before understand this removal of stains, I need to tell you guys this cleaning agent and stain removal chapters are interlinked. If you first understand that what type of category of solution that you could use on possible surfaces which you have found with some stain consistency, that particular thing you can use for the cleaning procedure, and it will be very much easy. But if you just take the solution and pour up without any kind of understanding, the simple thing will happen, you will damage your linen material or the draperies or your clothing. So now let's talk about this removal of the cleaning removal of the stains. So what are the major things that we can use for the removal of the stains? The basic universal solution that we can use is water. All of we know, like it's a natural liquid and universal liquid that we can use on any of the surfaces, and it doesn't have any kind of reaction or the chain reaction that may can occur, except your iron. If you use maximum content of water, or if you retain the water on the iron surface, the rust will be formed due to the reason of your oxidation. Apart from that, it doesn't have any kind of anti-reaction except the acidic medium. If you mixing the acidic medium with the water, remember, please take care of the pH scale or the potential hydrolytic scale of your solution, and always remember to wear a mask or use a gloves. The next medium it can be that we can use for the cleaning of your stains are mainly categorized into two, which are comes under chemical solutions, are consist of flammable and inflammable. The basic flammable solutions that we can use in stain removal. It can be the spirit are also categorized into two. It can be the methylated spirit and also the rectified spirit. The methylated spirit are very much dangerous, and you should not be inhaling that kind of solution. That is why I told you, before using any kind of solution, please check for its instruction that how to use for that one. Wear a gloves, better you wear a mask also for your own protection. For inflammable or the flammable solutions, the solution we can use are named are the benzene, acetone, amyl acetate, methylated spirit and white spirit, as I told you. And for the non-inflammable solutions, it can be the carbon tetrachloride, the polycythene, tetrachloride, and there are many other mixed solutions that we can also use for the removal of grease and many other surfaces. See, the acidic medium we keep at our hotel premises for the cleaning of the stain removal actions, but it doesn't mean that we initially use the acid. See, these acids are a particular thing that are the hard corrosion things that may occur on your surfaces. If we use directly the acid at the beginning, you cannot be able to change that reaction or the anti-reaction of that product as like it was before. So keep this acid option for the cleaning of your stain at the end. Try the other solutions as per the guidelines. Next, what it can be, we have alkali solution, we have bleaches. For these bleaches and the comforting or the comforter solutions, people generally confused with the name of these two solutions, the detergent and the bleaches. These two are completely different and they works differently on surface to surfaces. So bleach is a particular softener and particular solutions that you can use once your cleaning procedure is over with the help of your detergent. This is a secondary option when you need a complete brightness or you need a complete shininess for your particular material. The negativity for using the bleaches is it may make your linen solutions, fabricating conditions make weak, and the formation of the stitching can be decreased. So always use the detergent solution, but do not use the content of maximum bleaches, because it will going to deteriorate the condition or the standard of your linen product. So these are the mainly points that you need to check for. Guys, please take care for the stain removal chapter very carefully, because the most of the questions comes on the basis of combined group questions, like few of the short notes, few of the descriptive type questions like what is stain removal, what are the necessary or the domestic stain removal agents that we can use, what will be their classification, and followed by that named at least 5 solutions that we can use and with their medium of actions. So these will be your study materials for the this stain removal chapter. If you find any difficulties, please do not hesitate to call me. You have my WhatsApp number and the mail ID. Please get back to me. So that's all for the day. Thank you.